Hello everyone, I am Mr. Low from Excel Software. Today I want to share with you how to do a stock take with AutoCount most accurately. Recently, I encountered some bosses who complained to me about why AutoCount, no matter how it's done, the stock is still inaccurate. After I understood the situation, I realized that there were mistakes in the steps they were taking. I specifically recorded this video today, hoping it can help everyone. Without further ado, before we go into how to do stock take with AutoCount, let me first explain what stock take is. Some of you might not know what stock take is. Stock take, just like accounting, actually, when we do accounting, we check if our bank account matches accurately with what we input into the system. Doing stock is actually the same. Then stock take is actually to check whether the stock we have on hand matches the stock balance in our system. If it doesn't match, we need to make some adjustments in traditional systems, including AutoCount. After doing a stock take, you need to calculate the stock yourself and then make a stock adjustment to correct it. But AutoCount has this new feature, which we call the stock take feature, and I will explain it later. With this stock take feature, we just need to enter the stock balance into the AutoCount system, and the system will automatically calculate the variance. Whether there is a discrepancy, if there is a discrepancy, the system will automatically help you make a stock adjustment, so the error rate will be greatly reduced. But even with such a convenient function, you still need to understand the logic of doing a stock take. Without further ado, I'll talk about how to operate the stock take. When it comes to stock take, the first thing you need to pay attention to is the date. The most important is the date. If you start doing the stock take on November 1st, when you print the report, you must print the report for October 31st, not the report for November 1st. This is because on November 1st, the accounts have not been closed yet, and you might open the store at noon. So the balance report you print in the morning will be different from the one you print in the afternoon, okay? In AutoCount, it doesn't indicate the time of the stock balance in the report or the time of the stock adjustment when we do the stock adjustment, which makes stock taking more challenging. So generally, we look at last night's stock balance. Last night's stock balance has already been settled, okay? It is already closed. So that stock balance is the most accurate. So now, many friends print out the stock take report. When they print it out, they use the stock balance report, okay? But my suggestion is to use this. There is something called inventory physical worksheet. When you print it out, it not only shows the system's quantity, but it also has some spaces for you to fill in the actual quantity, okay? Then, in the old version of AutoCount, you had to calculate this adjustment yourself. In the new version, you just need to fill in the physical quantity, and we can use it for stock take purposes, okay? So the first step, if you are using AutoCount, you must print this called inventory physical worksheet, and you need to print those with zero balance, okay? If possible, print those with zero balance together, and remember to change the date to yesterday, okay? Last night's date, not today's date. If you have multi-5M and you want to use multi-5M for stock counting, you choose multi-5M. If you are using the smallest unit for stock counting, then use the smallest unit. So AutoCount gives you this option, and I will show the system later, okay? I will first explain the whole concept, okay? And then we will look at the system. Then, when you go to stock take, you print it out, take that paper and go to the shelf or the warehouse to count the stock, then write the quantity on that paper, okay? If you are still operating that day, then you must adjust the quantity of that day's operations, okay? Adjust it to last night's stock, okay? Last night's stock balance, all right? I'll repeat because last night's stock balance has already been settled. All right, so actually, if you really want to do your stock take correctly, it's most recommended to close the entire store. Do the stock take first and then open for business. Don't do business while operating. Doing stock take like this will be more strenuous if you want to be accurate, okay? Then after checking all the quantities and filling them on that paper, we will talk about using the stock take function in the AutoCount system. For the old version, we use stock adjustment. After you fill in the stock take function, it will also post into stock adjustment, okay? It just calculates automatically, so we don't need to calculate manually, okay? So AutoCount version 2.0 has this new feature called stock take, which is very useful and greatly reduces errors in your stock take. Then, when you come to the system, of course, the first thing you need to do is enter the correct date. All right, earlier we used last night's date, so for this stock take, you also need to use last night's date. If you forget to adjust this date, no matter how you calculate your stock, it won't be accurate, okay? This is the fourth step. Arriving at the fifth step is to enter your on-hand quantity into the physical quantity column, okay? So here are some tips. If your products are categorized, you can use the add item by filtering. So by using this add item by filtering, it will list them according to category. So after listing by category, you then enter the quantity and the system will automatically calculate the difference, okay? How much is the difference between the on-hand quantity and the system quantity? Then at that time, we will save it first, and when we finish, we will post to adjustment, okay? But before you press this post to adjustment, look at the sixth step, okay? We must recalculate on hand again, all right? Because this stock take can be saved, you can go to, in November, it's okay to make this adjustment, and then you can wait for all the employees to finish entering all those purchases and sales. After that, check if there are any issues with the goods. After checking, you don't need to post it several times. You can save it first. Then, in this stock take, before you do the post adjustment, you must recalculate one more time. So before you recalculate, confirm once more if the date is last night's date, okay? So because when it recalculates, even even if half a month or a month has passed, it will still use this date's balance to recalculate the stock balance. This is its principle. So many bosses make a mistake here by forgetting to recalculate and directly doing a post adjustment. If you directly do a post adjustment on the 15th of the month, then the stock balance is actually taken from the balance of November 15th, not from October 31st. So every time before you do a post adjustment, remember to recalculate once, and also remind again, actually save it first in the stock take, and you don't necessarily have to rush to do the post adjustment on November 1st. Take your time to check if there are any issues with the stock, and after a week or two, if you feel there is nothing to change, then you proceed to post.
Okay, don't talk about making changes after posting.
Your purchase invoice is forgotten to be entered, credit note is forgotten to be entered, and over time, your system will get worse and more errors will occur. Okay, once we post, we should try not to change those previous documents so you have enough time before we post adjustment, but remember to recalculate before post adjustment. On-hand quantity first. Okay, so the last step, okay, and also the most important step. You see, when we press post adjustment, it will generate a stock adjustment for us. This stock adjustment, when it is generated, you don't need to do it yourself, okay? But you need to set the date correctly to save it as October 31st. You cannot save it as November 1st, because if you save it on November 1st, then you will have made a mistake. For this stock take, after you understand the entire flow, you can actually do the stock take in batches. Maybe on November 1st, you do the first type of product, then the next day you do the second type of product, and on the third day, you do the third type of product. So you don't necessarily have to do the stock take for all the goods in one day, okay? There's no need for that, because with this stock take function, it's very convenient. You can do it in batches, okay, by category. Okay, said that, I'll now go into the AutoCAD system, okay, and show everyone step by step how to do the entire stock take process. Okay, so if you understand, then you can move on to the next section. In the next section, I will share with you why the stock take might still be incorrect after it's done. Okay, what possibilities could cause it to be incorrect? So, for this reason, I will go into the AutoCAD system to show everyone. Okay, coming to the system here, so as I mentioned earlier, many bosses use the wrong report for stock take. They use the stock balance report to do stock take. So the stock balance report does not have space for you to fill in the calculated stock balance. Okay, so the second time there is this cost here, so it is not very suitable. Many bosses will export to Excel and use Excel to do stock take, which will greatly reduce your time, okay? Actually, to do a stock take with AutoCAD, we use the inventory physical worksheet. In this inventory physical worksheet has some spaces for you to fill in the quantity, okay? For you to fill in the quantity. When you print it out, okay, you can also categorize, okay? You can categorize and print only a specific group. Okay, the second thing you need to pay attention to is that this physical worksheet is not available in every AutoCAD package. For example, Account Plus and Express Plus packages do not have it, and the POS system, if you are selling or buying a POS system, does not have it. You need to possibly achieve that complete stock. The module will only be available in certain packages, not all of them, but most will have it. If it really isn't available, you can consult our colleagues to upload this format into your stock balance. And this is also a way, and you can print it out from the stock balance in the same format to do a stock take, like this format, and then the second time. Okay, for this physical worksheet, you must change the date to last night's date. Okay, do not use today's date for the stock take. This is very important, very important. Remember. Then here, if possible, we also print out the zero balance. It might be a zero balance in this system, but when you do the stock take, it still has that stock. So if possible, we print out the zero balance as well. Okay, print it all out before we do the stock take, and you can also group by its item group or item type. Some companies use brand as the item type. So if you want to stock take by brand, you use item type. And some companies use categories, so you use item group. Okay, then hurry and you print it out. As it died, after this first step, once you have printed it out, you go to each shelf and fill in the quantity. Fill in the quantity. If it's 10 plus 20 equals 4 plus 2, then fill it in. After filling in the quantity, we go to step 3. Step 3 is to go into stock take here. Okay, and remember, before we do anything, the date is very important. The date is important. You need to change it to yesterday's date, and then you can use this item field filter. If you only want a specific category, you select it, and it will list one of the product categories, and then it will appear. Okay, after that, you just need to fill in the quantity. You just need to fill in what the balance is. Oh, so after you fill in what the balance is, the system will automatically calculate the quantity that needs to be adjusted. Adjusting that quantity doesn't require manual calculation, okay? Then you can save it first. And after saving it, you see it's not yet posted. After saving it, you can slowly check what exactly these balances are about. Maybe they are placed in another warehouse or something, and you can't find them. Okay, maybe the remaining 8 are in different warehouses, or you really can't find them. You can remind yourself, okay, why can't they be found? Well, what causes the discrepancy? Okay, if it's 0, in the AutoCAD system, you must enter 0.00, okay? It's 0.00, not just 0, okay? Pay attention to this detail. If it really is 0, you still need to adjust it. the system shows 114, but you calculated 0, you also need to pay attention. So we come to the final step to make an adjustment. Before making the adjustment, remember, you need to recalculate the on-hand quantity before you post to adjustment. This is very important. So when you recalculate, it will refresh based on that date. If you have changed anything, it will update to the stock balance of October 31st instead of using today's date. Today might already be November 18th, okay? So you have enough time to do adjustment checking. After checking, the boss or manager can post the adjustment. Okay, so you can set this function so that only the manager can post the adjustment. Employees can only save this document. Before posting to adjustment, remember to recalculate on hand, then post to adjustment. Also, before you save, change it to October 31st. So in the entire process, you see 7 steps. If you make a mistake in any one of the 7 steps, okay, generally your stock balance will not be accurate. Okay, generally your stock balance will not be accurate. If you make a mistake in any of the 7 steps, like forgetting to change the date to last night's date in a document, it's very likely that the results won't be accurate, only reaching 80 to 90% accuracy. Okay, so after you complete the entire stock take, you can check once, okay, to see if the balance matches this. Okay, this 19,100, okay, is it exactly the same? Okay, you can go to the stock balance report and also select that group. Okay, so then you also change the date to October 31st. So after you query, it will be destroyed. So if a product in July is 0 and you want to show 0, you need to include that 0. Okay, then it will show the 0 point. Okay, it will also show the 0. This is where you can check once after you adjust whether it matches this, okay, whether the stock matches what you adjusted. Okay, so if by this point or after a few months, it's still, hey, why does it become 180? Okay, become 100. There's still a difference. Well, or after a few months, you go back to look at your stock take here. Hey, why is there still a difference? Well, so I have listed a few reasons. Here, I have listed some possibilities. Why, after doing the stock take, it's still consistently inaccurate, okay? The stock balance. So altogether, you see the first biggest possibility is that you didn't update all the transactions before you did the post to adjustment, or after you did the post to adjustment, there are still some things you need to change, like the purchase order that hasn't been fully entered, and then you add the purchase invoice for October or September later. This way, it will affect the stability of the system's balance, or some sales invoices haven't been entered, or purchase returns, sales credit notes haven't been entered, or changes were made to some previous dates, like changing the unit of measure, or cancelling some orders. So this AutoCAD allows you to cancel, but these will also affect the issues that come up in your later stock take. However, this is not a big problem. You can still redo the stock take, just highlighting to let you know there's this possibility. Okay, so the quantity you calculated on that day in AutoCAD can be copied again in the AutoCAD system and reposted once more, and it will become the correct quantity. And this is not the biggest problem. Okay, then the second biggest issue is human error. Many times during stock take, the stock is moved around, causing confusion. After counting twice, it's still unclear, or some items are not counted because they were moved to another location that has already been stock taken, or there is no clear instruction, like which employee is responsible for counting and which one for writing it down. Okay, maybe 2 people end up doing the same thing, printing 2 Excel sheets, causing everyone to be confused. Then accidentally miscalculating is also possible. Sometimes carelessness can lead to miscalculations as well. Then when entering into AutoCAD, in entering the wrong unit of measure is also a big possibility, and entering the same thing twice, there is you can refer to this function in AutoCAD. Okay, if you accidentally enter it twice manually, I can't help you with that, but if you say you entered the same product and it's in different locations, one is in warehouse 1 and one is in warehouse 2, then you can use this function called merge. This merge function will combine the quantities from 2 warehouses, 2 locations together, okay? Or if colleague A does the stock take for warehouse 1 and colleague B for warehouse 2, well, using this merge method is quite good, but if you say the same person made a mistake twice, okay, or entered the same product twice in the system by accident, this can't help you, okay? This is a human error. Okay. When entering in AutoCAD, selecting the wrong location is also a possibility which can also affect the system's stock balance being incorrect. When you check stock, you will find out why this warehouse should not have this item. Then you will know, and you can choose the wrong locations yourself. Okay. Then we look at some cases where employees steal or customers steal or mice. So the stock is missing after stock take, or it is damaged. Lost. You did not adjust it in the system. You recorded it during stock take, but later you lost it and did not key it into the system, or you gave some free samples to employees or customers without recording it in the system. After stock take, this can also lead to an inaccurate stock balance, okay? So there's also this situation where the system has negative stock and you haven't dealt with it. By October 31st, you should offset it to 0, but if you don't offset it and it remains negative after the stock take, there shouldn't be any negative. Before the stock take, you might have entered the wrong product name, wrong code, or wrong unit of measure, but after the stock take, even if there are negative items, you still need to adjust it to 0, okay? Another possibility is that you make the stock adjustment yourself. However, after using AutoCount stock take, this problem is much less frequent than if you make adjustments yourself, adding where you should subtract or subtracting where you should add. There is also the possibility of making mistakes, or if there are many Excel sheets, rounding them all up could lead to errors in the final calculations. So many possibilities have been listed that could cause errors in the AutoCount. How can we greatly reduce the occurrence of these mistakes? Plus, in the AutoCount, are there any solutions to help you resolve these stock take issues? Yes, there are. In AutoCount, we have an app called Stock Take. You can install this Stock Take app on your phone, and it is an Android software, or you can buy some handheld devices. The best brand is called Honeywell. You install it on Honeywell devices, and when it does stock take, it is faster. Unlike our phones, where the camera needs to focus before scanning, those devices scan it directly for stock take, very quickly and conveniently, greatly reducing human errors. Errors in calculation, mistakes in keying, what to do? You scan each product yourself, scan it, and then post it back to AutoCount. Post it back into the stock take function of AutoCount. You don't need to enter it yourself, okay? After you post it, just check those with issues, and after checking those with issues, you just post to adjustment, and that's it. With this plugin, you will greatly increase your efficiency of completing the stock take in the shortest time, and significantly reducing the possibility of human calculation errors or misreading products. Having this stock take app will help everyone. I hope this video can help everyone. If you have any suggestions or good ideas you want to share with me, you can email me. The phone number is 0149672631. Thank you, everyone. The most comprehensive accounting software, your first choice.